I'm sorry I'm late.
This rain is gonna drive me fucking.
Tracy says I'm sorry. Sorry I'm late, Lulu.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
That was the bell, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Nope.
I'm sorry. It was really, really late.
You're fine. I'm also bleh. Big
Yeah.
bleh.
Oh, I was gonna be heading towards my desk. That's the wrong way to lie down. Can't lie down on my desk.
Don't hit your desk.
Hit my head on my desk. It'd be great.
Could, I just don't think it'll work very well.
Yeah, no, I'll just hit my head on my desk. It'll be fine. It's where it belongs.
Don't take yourself out of this world.
I will.
Please.
I should wreck myself before someone else strikes myself.
Rest in pieces.
Give me your goddamn booming juice.
Dave, thank you so much for the subby. Made a sugar cane.
My legs are very...
Academ.
Yeah. Tired. It's alright.
Ascension Academia. My Hero Academia. Ascension Academia.
We're sleeping in a little bit. Good morning, Nuff.
Hello.
It's been a long week. All these extra papers they're making us write. Sophia says good morning as well. Said she hopes your rest is good.
Is better. No more bad sleep.
It was rough for a few days. Still. Regardless. So much work to do.
Still more paperwork need help with.
Good that you did before. A few others I could bring over. I'll have to look through them later tonight. Actually, a couple of things I've been holding off on that need to be prepared. And I believe I'm expected a delivery of papers today. So, going to be busy. Of whatever squad duties we have to do today. I know I received some reports yesterday.
Give note. From
If
last
I were to give
couple.
you some of the incident reports, would you give me those notes as well if you read them over for me? Thank you. You're a great help. A little bit of ease off my back.
No forget glasses.
Yes, I was wondering why you were blurry. would explain it. Oh, wow. Amazing what you can do when you can see properly.
Does normally help.
Right. You check up on the others?
Huh? And breakfast.
And breakfast. I promised to eat.
Just because have
Certainly.
been better. No mean let up on you.
Of course.
Huh?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Measurement here, right? The table. This is about half a hand tall. Okay.
Hmm.
And about maybe about like 5 wide.
Are we using Hannah's for a unit of measurement?
We're also using Lila for unit of measurement.
Good morning.
Which is apparently an
it was my
offensive
payback.
thing.
Yes, Hannah.
I was trying to use a measurement
She said
that
I
Ellie
was-
would understand. And she's very familiar with Lila's.
This is such a
believe
non-issue,
she's-
Lila.
I'm-
Come on.
It's such a non-issue, but it's really funny.
Where is the? I don't know what this context.
Like, I don't get to give Hannah shit right now.
Yeah, because you
we're
just walked
trying
into
Out
the
of curiosity.
measure out a Bonacon using
I was
Lila.
trying
You're
to
trying
describe
to
the
measure-
Bonacon, and
Unit of
she's
measurement.
never
Lila
seen.
fat or something? What's going on?
It's a
I said
Lila.
it was
Why
fun.
aren't we
Oh.
using Ellie's as a unit of measurement? I'm pretty sure she knows
I'm
her
gonna
height
eat
better than
those
anything
later.
else.
Oh,
Probably.
true.
That's
Yeah, that's
right,
very
fair.
true. You could have used me.
That's
That
fair, but
was
she was more
I'm
funny.
very familiar with my own body.
Morning.
That's true, but it was more funny with
so
Lila.
many bunnies? What the fuck is going on?
Really, I was gonna use Zachary, but you've never seen his werewolf form. Well, never been comfortable enough with his werewolf form.
Yes?
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Bean?
The hair is down. You want me to
Bean? I can hear rain, but there's no rain. I don't understand. Where's the rain? Is it raining? Where's the rain? Chat, is it raining? Did I miss that in the meeting? Is it supposed to be raining, but I can't see it? No? Why do I hear rain? I can definitely hear rain. Personally. I hear rain. Here. Now do you hear it? That's rain. I hear rain.
I had to clean myself up when I came to the circus.
It's a bug? How do I fix it? It's annoying. How do I fix it? How do I fix the rain? Or is it an everyone bug? Oh no. So there's nothing we can do.
Excuse me while I go check the pins.
Are you want me to avoid them today?
There's nothing we can do. I cry.
I think they were trying to find out how to use the grappling.
30. No, I turned it on. I still have it on.
I did. I'll go there again.
Lila, is the tea mint or is it something else?
That's the way you're going. Would you like
What type of tea is it? Is it mint? Tea, maybe some mint tea?
Fine.
Could lower it for.
Okay. Nuggets are
No, I have it on. Like, I have everything on. That's what I mean by that.
good to do some practice.
I have everything on,
I swear to God, if that's
including
I
sounds.
don't think we have any Imperial honey, sadly. But I'll check.
Probably. Anyway, you were saying? Sorry.
I
Let's
was
see,
saying
let's see,
that they're probably just gonna
I got
see
ethereal
how we're
pain
doing.
medication,
But aside from that, I feel
um,
like really good
ethereal
some practice. It's been a
lozenges.
couple of
Let's
days.
see.
Oh.
Ethereal ace bandages. Those
Already
are quite useful.
acclimated to
No ethereal honey. Sorry.
my temperature again, so
Why am
I
I
should
going
be
to the
fine.
bell? I gotta go.
That one. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
How are you faring
Can't
this
really
morning, Ellie?
much. And just get used to it.
Good.
Week studies not being too much for you?
No, I mean, not any worse than Schoenball. Just a lot more generalized shit here, which is not a big deal.
I think it's because they're probably catching us up. Previous years we didn't have any lessons like we had this year.
What the hell?
They just gave us all hands-on training.
That sounds
No
better.
real lessons.
Not
So
if
I'm
I
kind of
wouldn't
liking
wanna
it,
do
even if
taxes.
it is tiring. Right. As if they're going to continue it and have
A bit. Flora's still got, you know, everything that happened last episode, even though it's been a while on her mind. But she's sleeping better. So it's less on her mind. She's just kind of being active. Yeah, it was 3 days ago. So it's less on her mind, but still a little bit. Yeah. Bit of time to calm down. But it takes a bit. Flora is a pretty emotional character. Your birthday! Happy birthday! Everybody in chat, give them a happy birthday! It's their birthday. It is their day. Their day that they were born. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I don't remember the rest of the song right now. Happy birthday to you. You live in us. Happy birthday, dear ATM.
He's probably checking.
Hey, you smell like one too.
Glad you didn't. Otherwise, things.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh yeah, he got
Beep,
married.
beep, beep, beep.
understandable.
Just ring the bell whenever you
Considering.
need help. But the problem with ringing the bell is that it's for an emergency.
It grabs
and
everywhere.
Change takes time
Yeah.
Yeah.
and a lot of social
Understand.
pressure.
Well, I guess there'll be like some
Regardless.
form of error.
No,
No,
medical
not
squad
fuck?
tried
I'm
to
like,
do
what the fuck is
some.
that?
It's a cool, very nice, in general. Yeah.
Sure.
Always have a remote, know what to do and what not to do.
signaled the ship
What a
leaving,
shame.
not arriving.
Oh.
That's
shame. I was
frustrating.
Huh.
Good morning, Miranda. Good morning,
Mm.
Stark, and everybody else.
Good
The ship
morning,
has left?
madame. Yeah.
And it appears that everyone is now removing themselves.
Oh, who left?
Where are all the cadets?
Sorry
Victor's
for your
right
loss.
there.
It's unfortunate.
I was talking about Ben. Stop.
Sorry if I'm a little out of it today, by the way, chat. I'm just really tired.
Oh, I can't clear that. No.
If you remember, she was. It actually helped her recover from her blindness.
Good morning.
Someone,
Focus on my
her planting the forest.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning to you as well.
I just feel bad. I probably won't stay too long today. I'll probably stay till like halfway through. Short stream. Not a short stream still, but I think the same thing. Not like a short stream, but I'll spend a little less time at AA. See, whenever I hit it, it does that. Yeah, I think something must be going on with the lighter. See, I hit that one. That one I didn't hit. That was a little high. That hit. That hit. Didn't hit. That hit. Nightbot? Nightbot's gone? What happened to Nightbot? What happened to Nightbot? Did I reload? Head. They're not on the user list? Nightbot! What happened to Nightbot? Fuck. That was terrible. Nightbot has left the chat. Nightbot's dead. And you killed him. No, I'm going to panic, False. I'm going to panic. Oh, never mind. So bad. I always forget you have to aim not through this, but a little bit above it. You still aim with it, but not in through the hole. No. No killing Nightbot. Let Nightbot live. I'm considering turning off the AA music and playing my own music today.
Sure, if people had already gone without me, but I guess they haven't.
No, I was just wondering.
Listen, if you're bothering you, I can, Okay, alright.
No, because no one does that.
If it gets weird, I'll let you know.
Do that.
Yes, do.
It would be effective.
Crying out loud.
You can stand behind you menacingly and say, don't talk to me or my squad mate ever again.
And a one for all. Why have I not ever seen a wizard do that? Yeah, the
Oh, they're
and
back, I guess.
they're back, I guess.
I give up, but we'll find out if we need to. I'm gonna go try and practice some more.
What?
I guess someone arrived. Maybe Finn went to,
Never mind.
I did my morning stretches with my hands at least. Just so you know. Do not wade.
Ooh.
Maybe he wanted. Put that other wand away.
Sniper. Probably server maintenance.
Back so many times, it's too easy.
The square. It's like 6 different ways to hit your opponent, 6 different ways how to block it.
Am I right?
I have not been shown that.
Okay. We're among.
This is painful.
I will be sure to ask next time I see you.
Hello.
Did it go doki doki?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Understandable.
Uruguay, is that you?
He's meditating.
It's just that I see him meditating
Uruguay is the only way.
underneath. It's very interesting. Sorry.
How do you see me?
It's this. I see sparkles.
Oh.
Where's the special one? Does anyone know?
No, I don't. I don't think it has anything to do with my hand.
look like.
I'm looking to be resting, by the way. He's still attends here.
He still lives in the
his breath.
Which Stark? I mean, he's
Oh,
dead.
God.
Stark? Stark?
Oh, God.
Stark?
Stark? Nobody can hold their breath for that long.
Stark?
Stark?
Technically, I think it would be
I mean, Stark's really good at
You're
manipulating
downstairs,
air.
right?
Yeah. Right next to the door.
Yeah, I think it would be.
That I am.
Marcel's stuck in
In between because
They
of
cleared
Stark.
everything out,
Oh my
actually,
god.
You go range?
Yes. My left hand's doing a little worse today, so stopped.
Good morning, Flora.
Like-
Good morning, Stark.
Hello
At
again,
least
madam.
now they know what we face.
Thank you.
And we
Hey.
Every time I think I'm doing better, it seems I take a step back. It's kind of frustrating.
Is like muscle. Think do good work out, but hurt when done, can know do more till is better. Just give time.
We will.
Ye? You give enough mana?
Not sure. It doesn't feel like I'm giving in mana at all.
Is look like.
Ooh.
See?
Good. I think that was the bell. Something broken?
No.
Alright.
You just know see.
I could see, I just didn't feel like it was taking.
And yet it was. Maybe you just so use Zephy use lot mana. It that little seem like none.
Alright.
What? It's a high five.
I give that. I give that a third.
Punishment? Sorry, there's no time to talk to you about it. Bye.
Oh yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Morning, shits.
I am so sorry, Chief.
No, it's okay.
I felt like sitting.
She's doing a fancy lean.
Oh.
She's intimidating.
Oh, okay.
Eyes front, Crystal Thorn, your information now.
Really?
Is this your chair? I'm sorry, I got confused.
Leave.
It's okay.
I'm honored,
Lucy.
Mira.
Because it's you.
You're now a Dink professor.
Jeez,
That's a good thing to have to wait on, isn't it?
Oh, right. Can't forget about this.
What did you just do, Red? Did he put on his bracelet?
Here they are.
I don't like you, floaty book man, but I do like your floaty book. The book is pretty cool, but I don't like you because you're scary and spooky. Mr. Spooky Man, you're suspicious.
You may be seated, accepting the squad.
Oh, no! Already. Oh, fuck.
Yesterday, rather, a few days ago, you had a lesson from our esteemed Professor Finn. I hope that you took this time not only to recover physically, those of you that were injured, but also mentally. I hope that you have had a chance to reflect on the lesson that was taught. And today we learn a single step towards preventing such things from overtaking you in the future. Today you will have a lesson from your esteemed Professor Varian. I believe it will be happening in the stadium, but I'll leave that to you to explain. But first, we have some business to take care of. Cadet Caceres, front and center. Cadets, the other day you chose to speak up in class to the point where you disturbed a lesson that could save your fellow cadets and their very minds. Please,
Yes, ma'am.
address your class.
I humbly apologize for interrupting the lesson. This is not normal for me. It was a really bad day, but I have... As an explanation and not an excuse, I'll make sure it never happens again.
And
Your apology is accepted.
Thank you, sir.
turn to your squad. Today, due to Cadet Caceres' actions as well as Ignis's, well, their inability to help control one of their own, they will be swabbing the decks and the outer ships at the docks today until they shine and I can see my face in them. You'll do this after class and you'll report to me personally or one of the professors to assess your work. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Professor Finn, do you have anything you wish to say?
If you do not mind. I wish to make it very clear that the darkness will not wait. It will not stop and ask you how you are feeling today. It will not stop and ask your fellow cadet next to you how you are feeling today. Keep this in mind next time you decide to interrupt my class. And I do appreciate your apology. And I wish to make it very clear that this was not one of my punishments. The administration took it into their own hands, and next time one of you cause issue within one of my classes, I will make it more personal. And trust me, my punishments won't be so light as cleaning. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I have a unique lesson for you all today, but a practice that many within Aldoria see to almost daily. Some know it by a few different names, the trance, but also by reverie. Cadet Leander, can you step forward, please?
Yes, sir?
Are you familiar with reverie? To my understanding, you've practiced it before.
Of course, I still often do, actually.
Wonderful. Then for the sake of this demonstration, I'll be asking for your assistance to see to the others as I go about my instruction. Is this acceptable?
Of course. Thank you.
Wonderful. Please return to your seat. Now then, I understand that this is going to be much, how do I put, less active than many of you are used to for your training. However, I assure that this is a skill that will improve several aspects of not only rest, but also emotional and mental well-being as we move on to more advanced classes. That said, and I will explain why in more detail, if any of you have a physical possession, a trinket, something small that reminds you of home, or some other, well, fond memory. I will be allowing each of you about 10 minutes to fetch this item and then bring it to the stadium as we begin the instruction. That
If
will
only
be
I
all.
knew beforehand, I would have put something on my model. Just to use what I have.
You have orders. Go retrieve your things and meet in the stadium. 10 minutes. Go.
I have something for you, Misty, if you don't
I already
remember.
got mine.
Are you as well?
Stick.
Okay. That could be the Misfit Clubhouse photo.
Wear mine on my next.
And I'll go grab one of my images as well if you want to I can't think of anything else in the squad. There's the,
So head over to the stadium then?
shield as well if someone wants to use that. Because we had a
I'm
mission
gonna
last
run
year.
to the door briefly.
That's it. You could go. You
want me to stay at the stadium?
Yeah.
And we'll come with.
Okay.
Me.
Are you getting something also?
Think already have, but would like walk with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. How have you been this morning?
Better.
Good.
I have to agree with that.
Oh.
Me?
Oh, wait. I thought I thought I tricked Nerali.
Oh.
But it turns out I might have actually helped her, and she was going to the doors also. You can come in if you want. I'm just gonna be real quick though. Okay. It's the charm I used to wear. I don't think I ever told anybody, but my mom gave it to me.
Did not know.
She has a matching one. Or not a matching one, but like another half. It's like a yin and yang kind of thing.
Laura, have this.
Oh, yeah. You know, I should probably wear mine. I was afraid of losing it, so I didn't. I just kept it in my room, but it'd be nice to have.
Before would have used flour, but this home too start.
I like it. Alright, we should probably head to the stadium. You know, I guess the downside of like putting something away is that you kind of forget about it. Like I always know that it's there, but I don't think about it as much as I want to, I guess.
Could always wear underclothes, necklace. Less likely get lost.
I might wear it like a bracelet, actually. Go with the one that Arbor gave me.
Good idea.
My mom wore hers on her wrist, so. Be nice. A nice homage.
us here, sir?
As
We're
they
here.
are just behind you.
Sorry, I didn't know that we were on a
Just
time limit.
coming through the portal as I was. I'm just faster.
You said 10 minutes.
Everyone can hear me clearly?
We weren't 10 minutes. We weren't even 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
That's fine.
Wonderful. Perfect. Nothing. Let's begin. As I said, today we're going to be going over in practice very common in Aldoria, and where across much of Elvish culture. There are a few different names for it: the trance, reverie, Elvish meditation, but regardless of the name, the effects are rather consistent, both for the mind, the body, and there are some who would say for the soul itself. The art of reverie is something that is very dear, and something that I hope a few of you may be able to achieve today. I am not expecting to see success. Let me make this clear. Especially from those of you who have very, well, storied histories and far-off cultures. This may seem very alien for you, but a step of progress, especially if you wish to continue with the practice. Now, I will give a few words of caution, I should say. Reverie is something that can be uncomfortable at times, as the practice itself is to delve into and relive one's own memories quite vividly. This is one reason why many elves do their best to see that they live very long, joyous lives, thus to improve their chances of experiencing a positive memory during their reverie. To help influence this, I advise that some of you bring upon a personal possession that you are fond of. Hopefully this will bring you some inspiration and a closer focus. Otherwise, once within reverie, those who perceive you from the outside will note a few strange things. One of which is most of the time your eyes are open, and mysteriously, you are still conscious, as similar as this can perceive towards one sleeping. Thus, there have been awkward situations where a companion, unknowing of the practice, has been very surprised in believing that their elvish companion has dropped dead beside him throughout the night, rather than just simply going about his daily trance. So perhaps consult your traveling companions before committing to the practice. From personal experience, I strongly advise that. Now then, any questions so far in particular? I'll go over a few more point details, but none. Quite cultured then. Then, a few more small points. It should be noted that this is by no means a magical art or some sort of arcane skill. This is simply a state of mind achieved by practice. I would like each of you, with your squads, to space out. Sit down within your groups and I will address you directly to help you understand the exact instructions and feeling that we strive for. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Dismissed.
sir.
Space out at your leisure, please.
All right, Gallant, we can head over to the left somewhere.
Same place we went before. Go ahead.
Follow you.
Don't worry about it, Coco.
I will join you shortly.
We're going to Ardenvale Corner. I remember this corner. Or do we have this corner or that corner?
So it should be good.
Okay.
So is it just, I don't know, meditating? But like
We wait
not.
for him to come to us, I guess.
I didn't ask questions because I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
I didn't ask
think it's
questions
like
because I figured he was going to explain more.
Yeah.
From what I understand, from what Melanie used to do, it's like a deep meditation. So you probably want to be sitting. He did say to sit.
Valas
Fair enough, maybe we can just sit and get relaxed then.
Okay.
Personally speaking, I'm not quite sure how remembering one fast is meant to help calm someone, though. Maybe that's just me.
Is I'm not sure is about past.
I'm just going
Maybe
off
it's
him
remembering
saying that.
just a happy memory.
He did say you don't get to choose, though.
Oh, it just comes to you.
Yes.
Huh.
When you enter the state, you relive your memories from what he said. And that the hope is that you've lived a joyous life so that you have a happy memory. Greater chances.
So what happens? So do you not wait? Oh God. So is it any memory can come, but you want it to be a higher likelihood of a happy one? But it could be a
That's
bad
what
one.
it sounds like.
Is that true, Captain? Like with
Which
this, we have a likelihood of hearing or being shown a bad memory versus a good one, or is it only good ones that are available?
It is whatever you bring with you.
Huh. What does that mean? Because what if you have?
The point is to find a restful place within. Some of us have a hard time locating such. When we are quiet, our minds fill with the sounds of our failures, the voices that cry to us for the mistakes we have made, and others are able to stop and hear who they are, the quietness, and come to that place. To find reveries, to find the center of yourself. To forgive yourself and to embrace the wholeness of you. Good, bad, flaws and all. That is why it is an art that requires practice. You must accept who you are. To listen. And to find.
Hello, Hyson.
You can imagine why it is popular with the elves who have such a long life to seek such a thing. It is more a struggle for us. I will go listen to the professor and bring useful advice he may have. For myself, it is a difficult thing. If you're curious how I find it, you are aware of what I train. Tactical combat, casualty care.
Hmm.
A reminder. I go through each of the lessons. Care under fire. Tactical field care. Tactical evacuation care. Eventually I find the truth of myself. Who Professor Silver is. Who Luna is. We'll listen to the professor there. See what lessons I can pick up.
Thank you, Captain.
Anytime.
That made me 10 times more confused.
Sounds like we're just at the mercy of our own minds.
I think I would be thinking too hard to even slip into this, I don't know, whatever it is,
there's also
state of
that.
consciousness.
There's also that we don't really have a guaranteed success in actually achieving whatever this is. I thought it was only native to elves anyways.
Is something can learn but take practice. Is what Wallace say. Elf have long time practice.
What's what are the benefits of a trance? I guess I missed that.
I'm no remember.
Supposed to help fortify your mind. You do it in practice often. So that things like that
Melanie
fear
tranced
spell
every
don't
night.
affect you so easily. Yes, but she wasn't stable.
Can you do it when you're not?
Elves inherently can, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Been doing some meditation with Zephyris, but it's different in nature.
Melanie also had
Measure the process of similar.
very high likelihood of bad memory.
Right.
M would know. Red, thank you so much for the raid.
Some do it instead of sleeping, so probably that's what she was doing.
That's what she did. Yeah, that's what she did. I don't know what Barfog did. I don't think I ever saw him in it.
Maybe.
He was elusive even when he was awake, much less when he slept.
Maybe sometime when we saw him was actually in trance. Just very.
Wait, what if he's just in a perpetual trance now?
Oh.
He's transcended.
What the fuck?
Start. No.
Why not? Keep the perpetual joke going until Arbor finally freaks out, thinks I murdered him.
Think her already think.
What the fuck?
Really amusing to me. Barthol left some time ago. Just literally disappeared. So.
I love you, Red. I will.
As far as we know, he went back home. We honestly don't know where
Trying
he
my
went
best.
after he left here.
I had a little bit of a rough day,
He didn't
so
tell us, any of us, before he
trying
did.
to chill while IRP.
No, he just kind of
Trying to chill.
literally
disappeared.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Red.
Again,
love
let's go.
you.
Fucked.
I love you.
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yes, it has.
At least with both the elves that we had. Well, two of them.
No.
Oh God.
Doing great for putting
It's
ourselves in a
interesting.
good mindset, I know.
I know, it's interesting. Just, you say one thing and then the pathways that open up after you say
Stop.
the one thing.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Put in box.
I put all my things in boxes. That's what I'm afraid
putting
of.
it into,
Afraid this is going to open one of those boxes.
See, what you need to do is do what I do, which is you have one box inside of another box, and that box is inside of another box.
No.
And then that box is inside of another box, and then that box is also inside of another box.
No.
And then this box is inside that box, and etc. And it just keeps going and going and going. So it's more difficult to open those boxes.
No.
That's something, Lila, we're going to have to admit that we are incredibly damaged individuals.
You know. We make do.
We do.
Sometimes. Why do you think I make tea every morning? That's my version of a trance.
It's a good way.
I forgive you for being Lila, for your tea.
Oh, thank you.
He's quite good.
No, there is no special advice he's offering. It is just a very elvish thing to practice it. I'm not a fan. Because I feel it always helps to work one-on-one with people. To have them express their regrets and fears. To trust you enough to do those things. And to lead them through the process of forgiving themselves for our imperfections, for the mistakes we have made, and embracing the truth of the good that all of us bring. Stark's dependency, forthright nature, and the truth of the words he speaks. Lila's passion and strength, and her undeniable fortitude. Flora's gentle embrace of all about her, her way of comforting those who seek it. You two, I do not have as much experience with yet, but I will. I hope that I will get to learn the truth and to reflect that for you. It is the one gift being a professor. Was that Lila?
Is there... Are you seeing something?
I saw something go woof, and then
Ah.
What? Oh, that's
Probably
Professor
the professor. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Holy shit.
Wait, you see?
Okay. I hear it. Like.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is very loud.
Okay. That makes sense.
For her, it's a little different.
Ah.
Well,
How she
when I say
perceives
C, I
things.
usually mean in my C.
Ah.
Yes.
That was what confused.
Almost all of Vanguard is laying on the ground.
They're trancing.
Silver party!
I think they're just taking a
Their
nap.
version of... Yeah, that's their version of trancing. Not
Take a
breaking
nap.
things.
This is the most quiet I've seen Vanguard in years.
Zachary is sick?
Yeah,
gonna
just a
pass out.
sleeping class.
Just Zach.
Don't worry, Professor, we weren't sleeping, we were trancing.
Just keep telling yourselves that. I have complete faith in
I'm
the
here
fact
for
that
you
you are
too,
telling me
Ed.
exactly what I want to hear and not lying to my face. I feel compelled to go over there.
Zachary did try and... Zachary tried to
Excuse
convince
me,
several
or-
professors last year that he couldn't read. So, you know, anything they could do
What
to
the
get out of...
Is Jamie a
Study.
mangle? Yes.
Hold on, No, I definitely saw something floating. That just went from one end of the stadium to the other towards the Warhorn.
What?
It's next to the... What the fuck is that?
I don't think we're supposed
What
to see
is
that.
what? Are you sure?
No, I see that.
Oh, wait.
I
Okay,
don't
never mind. I don't
see-
see anything. Sorry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think someone has something turned on that they shouldn't.
Sure.
No, it's not
yeah.
that. It may be that you do
No.
not have a close relationship with that, and might need to
No.
see the truth of them.
Open
Let's
you
say,
eyes
Yes,
to
but your
all.
settings.
Yeah,
That's what
like
yeah,
that.
I did.
But I don't have
I
those
have.
on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and they may have not.
it is getting close to Spirit Week. It must be something messing with you.
Or
Yes,
we're
maybe it's
actually
spiritual.
supposed to be able to see it, and we're just going
Oh,
crazy.
Can you come back? Thank you.
Hi, hello.
calm. Is
I trance in
Like
the
you go
air.
blasting off during a trance.
No.
Stark had to ascend for a moment.
Where we are at the Academy
This
for
is
it.
Ascension Academy.
Stark Ascension.
This isn't called
I can't-
Ascending Academy. It's called Ascension Academy, okay?
I
Reverie,
disagree.
young lady. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes,
Get a
ma'am.
little help.
At least stretch your arms when you're doing it.
Oh, I was going to, but
No, you have
this
to
is
do it
coming.
like this, open, like, under palmed.
Hello.
Hello, Professor.
Professor.
Sorry.
I hope I haven't kept you waiting over long. How are we all doing, Captain?
All right.
Glad to hear. Everyone comfortable?
Comfortable as can be, I suppose.
No trinkets in this group. Very well.
I have.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
I mean,
Just,
Hmm.
yeah.
If your
Wait.
benefit brings you fond memories, then yes. Understood. Wonderful. Then, before we begin, are there any immediate questions or concerns?
Yes, how?
How?
How? How do we into this state?
I'm about to tell you. And
Okay,
mostly
that was the
practice.
question.
Wonderful. Very astute of you, Squally to start. Forward to your curiosity.
Thank you, sir.
Now then. Before Arden Vale falls asleep before I even get there, let's be off, shall we? Now, I would like everyone to assume a position that they are comfortable in holding for several minutes. No balancing acts, no strange leaning of any sort. If you fall over and onto one of your compatriots, well, you're the one responsible for explaining why their meditation didn't work. But regardless, let's get started, shall we? Everyone, close your eyes. And for now, I'm going to focus on breathing. Slowly. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Envision waves on the beach, a tide, ebb and flow. Inconsistent but steady. Strange, but welcome. Listen to the world around. Its hymns, its song. Let these blend together. Allow the senses of yourself. Let them wash over you. As we start to focus, you may feel out of place somehow, falling, floating. Are you lying right now? Some of you might be fighting instinctively, with fear following. But I assure you, this is the very thing that we are pursuing. Once you've reached it, embrace it. Keep it close. Start focusing on the now, where you are in this instant. Concentrate this thought, singular. And when it cracks into a spider web of cross memory, delve in to any one of these roads you just freshly made. Pursue it in any direction you wish. There is no wrong road. There's no. And see where your journey takes you. The past. Is it a moment you're fond of? Something you've forgotten? Embrace it nonetheless. Remember. Very good.
I actually understand. I can't imagine things visually. Like, if I try to imagine what something looks like, I don't see an image in my head. I know what it looks like, but I don't see an image in my head. For me, I end up, even though weirdly enough, I have like a very sight-based memory. Like, it takes me going somewhere and looking at something to be like, ah, I know where I am. If it's directional based. I remember people by their voices and their faces more than their names. Shizu!
What are we doing?
Meditating? I think some of us are in a trance right now. Just try and meditate with us.
Oh, I do that all night long.
Then take this as a nap time. I don't know.
When I nap,
Flora's trying.
things are scary. I don't want to nap.
Okay. Then just sit in silence. I'm just meditating. I'm supposed to be in some like elvish trance or something.
I don't think Flora would be fully trancing,
I don't sleep. I meditate. So this is life.
but
Or can I not
meditating.
sleep?
I don't know.
And you're talking.
Dave, you want to give me a roll?
Oh. Right. I should not talk so loud.
Yeah.
I'll trust whatever you get, Dave. I'll trust whatever you get.
Our sleep is sitting up.
9.
Just what elves do. So that's what he told us to do.
Ooh.
Elves are weak.
Dylan's professor.
She has meditated before.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do it? Do you think we should do it with Do you think we should do it with advantage? We'll do it with advantage. We'll do it with advantage. We'll do that. It's easy. It's easier than trying to determine something. 14? Alright. Maybe like kind of get it. Kinda somewhere. At least very relaxed. She can at least be very relaxed. Not full trancey, but kind of getting the point of it. Seriously.
Thanks for talking.
I will know. I've seen a lot of dead people.
Oh my gosh, she's.
I didn't just walk into a conversation about dead people when you should be meditating. It's dead. She just got.
I meditate when I sleep, so I was like, I don't want to go to sleep.
Love that for you.
Hate that for.
I tried and she gave in.
Hate everything for us.
What was that? What was that?
Poor people, you're trying to meditate. Stop.
Sorry. Right.
Jesus. I have one in mind, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily go with her item. I'm not sure if it should be with the item or something else. Maybe it should be with something else. Maybe that like makes more sense since she didn't get an extremely high roll. But when I was sitting there like just after he was talking and around when he was talking, I got the 14 is relatively high. I got the idea of maybe like Flora, like the memory of Flora and Volus like teaching her how to speak or how to read Braille, not Braille, Morris, not Braille. Volus teaching her how to write in Morris. Or just Volus teaching her something in general. That's like the image I got in my mind. So I was like, oh, that could work. How about that? It's good. It's something she might have kind of forgotten about. Is that Rex over there pissing? Rex, are you pissing? Quit it! Go try to meditate. Rex, you're pissing over there. Stop it. Sitting still is very hard for me because I have the attention span of a walnut and I'm trying very hard. If I stayed in like that like full relaxed state, maybe. But I stopped relaxing was actually very helpful for a minute. Let me try to get back into it. I was really relaxed. I've done out of character meditation to some degree before. I'm not very good at it because my attention span is, you know, the peanut. But it sometimes helps with my anxiety a little bit. Good night, Hyson. Have a good sleep. Adgober. Oh no.
And by that, I mean somewhere else in the same world in my mind. Oh, that sounds so cute. Might be some emails. I don't know, Shizu.
I think so far, Stark is really into it. Flora is really into it. Lila might be getting into it. I don't think Morgan's get like super hard into it, and I don't think Ellie's super hard into it. Just like basing it off of how still they're standing. I am trying very hard to stay very still, but not be too stiff. It's hard. Benny, oh, that explains it. Benny's talking to chat. I've done meditation. I did it at the request of my therapist, because I had a more romaine calm. Yes, I had a very like down to earth kind of therapist when I had one. She didn't prescribe medication very often. She would kind of just give you ways to try and like ways to try and go through your mind to fix it, rather than ways to like medication to use. So she would give me stuff like she'd give me lavender oil and peppermint oil to snap me back into my senses from emotions, and she'd teach me some breathing techniques and stuff like that. Who will sleep? Someone will sleep. Okay, Lila's definitely she's looking. She's looking at something. I don't know what. She's looking at something. Yeah, she's out of it. She's out. She's just kind of vibing. Ellie's getting into it, are they? Yeah, that's why I've gone more off of guided meditations, and when I meditate, it tends to just be like breathing exercises and sitting in a relaxed position. Typically, how I fall asleep is like something similar to a meditation. How I typically fall asleep is like this little wind down exercise that I think military tends to use. Or I've been told that military people have used it before to try and sleep. It's like a turning the lights off in different areas of your body. Their neck was hurting, understandable. My neck is hurting, but I'm not stopping. My neck is hurting and certain parts of my body are falling asleep, but I'm going with it. My ass is my ass go burr. I can't feel it. Yeah, she had her head bowed, which is worse. I am trying to straight. I'm trying to stand up straight. No, Shizu's not confused. Shizu's just doing her thing. She's just doing her own thing. It's one of those things that takes time to learn. Understandable. But go burr. I should not have picked this position, but I thought it was comfy at the time. I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty comfy. And then now I don't at all think it was comfy. It's foolish. Well, it's still pretty comfy, but I need to, like, relax. I keep tensing up. I'm not hurting myself. I'm just tensing up too much and sitting on the floor, which makes my buttocks. Yeah, this seems comfy. Everything seems comfy until I'm stuck in it. Then I'm like, no, not comfy. Shizu looks so fucking cheeky over there. Good cheeky little Shizu. What? What? Ellie! Did you just flip a bird? Did you just flip a bird, Ellie? What was that? Was that like a flip bird or like a come over here finger? Can't tell.
So like, when do we stop?
Do we stop? Kremlin mode. Activate.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, Stark has his eyes open. That's why Shizu said he looks dead. I just peeked out of the corner of my eye. Stark, unblinking. Blink, motherfucker! Blink! There you go, he blinked. I saw him blink. Perfect. Ah! Disturbing the peas. My butt's asleep. Help. Help! Help! It's asleep! Both cheeks! Both cheeks! Completely asleep! Help! Oh, yeah? I see.
What do you have there?
Berry.
Tootie's foot falling asleep? Oh no, my feet are falling asleep and my ass is completely asleep. Both cheeks. Double cheeked up on a Sunday afternoon. Completely fucking asleep. My butt go burr. It's horrible. I wanna die. It's making me recoil. Double cheeked down. On a Saturday evening, I can't feel my cheeks. I can't feel them. They're down. They're done. They're dead. Help. Oh. Is she into it? I saw her move. No, I can't. I'm in. I'm all in. I'm all in, boys. I got a 14. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm lost in the sauce, my dudes. Time to pray. Praise the queen. Ah, Kia's struggling. Understandable. I'm not struggling horribly. I just keep getting distracted by wanting to talk to you because I don't want you to get bored. Oh, they're in pain? Oh no. My butt's asleep. That's my only problem.
Okay, guys, if you aren't in reverie right now, please stand. Professor Vernon will be making his rounds. And I believe, well, we have 2 or 3 people still in it, so... Oh, fuck. Well, you shouldn't do this if someone's sleepwalking. It's fine to do it in reverie. Want to gently shake them, however. He just did this with Avina and got punched in the chest for it, so be careful. If one of you guys could each pick somebody and gently wake them. Just softly tell him.
14, so she wasn't fully into it, but she was meditating.
I'll get Stark.
Just gently tell them to awake and to come out of the trance that they're in.
Okay.
Jeez, if you could stop looking at me and pick
Because the point of
somebody to
trancing, I
wake.
thought, is like that you can pay attention, still be like relatively conscious.
Oh, Flora's
I'm not talking to a beast, so I guess it wouldn't make me get punched.
Huh?
Good morning. Ascension.
Don't worry about it, honey. I can't today.
My ass is still asleep. Ah!
That's respectable. Yeah, take care.
Stark, you okay?
What?
Yeah.
Nothing, Sheila. I just said after this lesson I'm going to
Did you
bed
guys
early.
hear us talk?
Oh, yeah.
Shizuku came in and
Yeah.
started being a fucking nuisance.
Morgan, are you okay?
You're golden. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Flora, you
It's
okay?
okay. I didn't trance at all, or whatever that means. So
I woke her up with.
I just moved. Oh no, I'm just realizing how much of my legs were asleep.
Hey, what do we do?
It was much more than I thought.
I didn't know what was going on. Spirit Week makes things very weird for me, so I can barely tell what time of day it is unless I can see the sun. So. Okay.
It's all sleepy.
Slept right through.
It's all
the
waking up.
morning.
Pins and needles. Pins and needles.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm fine.
Gavin's fault. He didn't wait. Blame him.
No worries.
Damn.
Really weird.
I think they're like over there. Why don't you go yell at him?
She's busy. I don't like really
I don't
interfering
like
with
that.
squad stuff.
Huh?
Ah.
They're kind of pretty.
Okay.
Morning, Shizuku.
Good morning.
Guess we had a bit of a nap.
Yeah, I see that. I'm seeing weird shit today.
What kind of weird shit?
Yeah.
I'm just getting close to
Well,
Spirit
like
Week,
for
that's all.
example, one of the pillars near the front of the school had this like head of a snake, so that was kind of fucking weird.
Suppose that's one thing to see.
Take longer to fall asleep. Take longer to wake up. Oh.
Do you ever add a comment to something that you have no idea about, and then you regret attempting to do so? Because sometimes you just don't need to say anything at all. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be involved in what you had just said, so I was like, "Oh wow, that's something." I'm sorry.
I'm glad you were involved.
Sippy.
I
Wander.
assume we are waiting for the professor.
Yeah.
That's my
Leona came
guess.
by and told us to, I guess, wake you guys. He's coming around and I guess evaluating.
I kind of go into trances when we sleep, like so. It's like.
I've
My
never done it
trance
before, and I think
escape
I
is beautiful.
did it briefly. I think I
Did
did
you
it
go
briefly,
to a
but
place?
Sort of.
But my
I
trance
was-
space is a beach with a big moon, and there's like spirit energy that comes out of the water. That's where I go.
Mine was dark.
Ooh.
Like just
Yeah.
dark.
There's
Like
no
a dark
sun
room.
where I go either. I don't like it. What's that wrong, Flora?
Stark is processing.
Processing?
Oh, they woke up.
Yeah. I'm not gonna speak for you, Stark, but I'm assuming you're just processing what's just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just need a moment, that's all. We all do sometimes. I'm kind of glad that
He
you
brought
and
a
Leonda
whole ass
were...
guitar.
I'm kind of glad that you and Leonda were making noise, because I don't know if I would have
brought a
wanted
whole
to
ass
stay
weapon,
very long
technically.
in where I was.
I mean, a guitar can be a weapon too.
For sure.
Hello, Crystal Thorn. I see that we are
Hello,
all
Professor.
up and about. Seems
Yes,
that
sir.
no one has been able to achieve the trance for this particular instance.
I believe they
Leonda
awoke
came by and
us.
told us to wake them.
Really? Oh, so she's rousing them early. Well then. Does anyone here believe that they were able to achieve the trance? Did anyone really?
I guess since they woke
Anyone
me up, I
else?
suppose.
Did anyone find themselves? Yes. This particular practice of reverie is only for a few minutes long. However, the art properly is actually done across several hours.
Do that every night.
Wonderfully. Well, let's see. So it was 1, 2, 3. Were you able to?
No.
It is no shame in it. I very much was not able to achieve reverie in my first few attempts. But, does anyone here wish to share their memory? I understand that most persons' past is rather private. I will respect this. Understood. Well then. While you were within the trance, you likely found perception, reality, quite blurred. Every sense was telling you that you were there. Everything seemed very real. You very well could have been there. Perhaps not physically. But, regardless of the finer details, I'm actually very surprised and jubilant, actually, with how many successes we've had with only a single session. Much potential indeed. Well, enough of my personal celebration, though. If any of you wish to pursue practicing art going into the future, I very much welcome anyone. If they require precise instruction, if you are having a particular difficulty, I will be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. And for those of you who believe that this is completely boring hogwash and elvish sorcery, well, I hope you enjoyed your nap. But regardless,
Thank you for the lesson, Professor.
I'm more than glad to share. I'm sure that my other lectures will be a little bit more... Yes?
Just out of curiosity, you may not know. Has there ever been, to your knowledge, items that can cause trance or inflicted on others?
Similar to precisely reverie, I know that there are some items that can assist in one achieving the state, but it is rarely magical in its nature. Again, this is not a magical effect, this is not a spell, this is a state of mind. It is very, very common that elves will commission special furniture, circles of pillows, a couch made of marble, special smelling salts. Anything that helps bring them calm, especially persons that are troubled. But as for magical effects, perhaps if you fancy yourself an enchanter, the possibility is there. Nothing stirs my mind immediately. Well then, if there are no other immediate questions, or even concerns, that is all that I have for you today, and well, I'm getting ahead of myself, pardon. If your squad leaders have a different activity in mind for you, they are free to assign it, or, an alternative, you're free to discuss with your peers over your thoughts, what you found, perhaps some of your struggles. I will leave this to your squad leaders to decide and for you to discuss. For my own jurisdiction, however, you are dismissed. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well then, last but certainly not least.
Lila, if you could.
Did anyone have anything in particular they wanted to do? Training? Anything of that nature? Does anyone want to talk about the lesson? Okay. So, in that case, I mean, I think for the most part we're dismissed, but, I don't know, if we didn't get to any training, it'd probably be good to go ahead and do that. I was gonna practice the spell we learned the other day.
Okay.
Okay. If anyone wants to join me, you can. I'll probably hang around in here.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea. We probably need to grab some of the ones.
Yeah. The ones are over here. Morgan showed me. So, you can come with me or not.
I'm gonna check on a few things.
You want try practice in range?
Actually, I think I'm gonna go do some more. I'm behind. And he's still working on things. There's a lot of things I need doing. And I've been neglecting my duties.
Is okay if
Focus up.
come with? Help you?
Yeah, if you'd like.
Me?
Sky dumped you.
No.
Yeah. I go inside for a while.
Oh, don't worry about it. Nothing bad could possibly happen.
When we summon the elementals, we're invoking.
You can trust
Have you been seeing the
Shizu
spirits?
and I.
By the way.
Spell that just happens when you invoke it versus we're not.
Good day, all of you. And I need to speak to
It
Bessa.
depends. Which one?
Excuse me. Where did the professor? Oh, he's over here.
Any of them.
You know what I mean?
There are about. They are around.
Since we've been dismissed for the day, Layla, I have a lot of work the company I'm going to need to catch up on that I'm behind on. Some papers came in yesterday, reports I'll have to go over. So I'm going to work on that a bit today. But
Take your time.
for now, just watch out, everyone.
I got it.
All of you take it easy with your training today. Don't push yourself too hard.
From your body? Is that what I'm witnessing?
Take care, sir.
this may sound dumb coming from a vampire and all, but, women find it attractive when you're living.
You want to work in Flora room today?
Sure.
Eh.
I'll bring over some papers. There's a lot of books. I'll have to grab some of the mercantile trade books as well as the atlases.
While you
Grab
grab
an almanac of the regions they'll be passing through, trade routes, and the list and the pricing for the new areas.
and we'll get you some tea.
Thank you.
Oh. I know she's much thicker in real life. And much taller in real life. Tree. Will we already get off? Oh, no, there he is.
As dark I can be. Get all the books.
Need help?
Answer the robots.
Me.
You can help with those, I'll do those. And this one too. Thank you, Lara.
No need, thank.
Thank you anyway.
Can tell when you need little different environment.
Probably better to be in here than be back stuck at a desk again. Writing. Didn't do me much good before. But I really do need to focus on this work. There's a lot of it that needs doing.
I'm no try stop you. Just here help with you.
I know.
Hello?
You're gonna stay. I like to see her face when I'm out. That's all.
Almost forgot. Sometime get used to cover.
Well, I look forward to the day that you get used to not having ever had worn one.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Responsibilities and all.
Maybe after school.
I fear the world when a confident Levi rolls into town.
Would be very different.
No. I think it would just be you. Just more open to show others that you than I already know. Right. Like real. This is going to take all night. I hope you know that.
No. That why come with. So can help. And also make sure you eat. Some point.
Understood.
Maybe.
Then I shall just be here.
Sherbert.
I'll just be here writing them.
And be with you.
Very good.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Boop, 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 beep. Stark. Stark, no. Sad Stark.
Fear is just something he's always dealt with. Grief is something he's been avoiding.
Yeah, I know. And Flora knows. Flora is fully aware of what he probably saw. That's why she's just like, hey, want to go do something other than stand near the Crystal Thorn people and just go do something else for a bit?
Big sad hours.
Yeah.
The issue is because he's never processed it. It's the only thing that's ever on his mind when he thinks of the past now.
Yep. I know.
So it's like, I try to think of the good things, but there's one thing more prevalent than everything.
The pool, it's, you know, there's a pie chart, and there's a very large amount of the pie chart that's very big. It's why Flora's just like, yep, I'm not gonna make him talk about it, but I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna do it.
This Flo already knows.
Yeah, because
We
Flora
need to talk
already
about it.
knows.
She already knows.
She already knows what it is. She just doesn't want him to be alone in it like he has been.
Wow. I've got bots in my chat, I just realized.
Oh
Alright,
no.
I'm gonna raid Crisp.
Okay. I'm debating if I should try and walk around his crescent for a minute. Or if I just want to get off. Because I still kind of meh. But it's only been 2 hours.
Actually longer. I thought it had been.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be only when I looked down it was gonna be only an hour, but it's like 2. Almost.
Yeah.
I will see you. I'm probably gonna get
I'll
off
see you
within the next
later.
like 30 minutes. I'm probably just gonna walk around his crescent unless somebody's like, gotta talk to her. I must.
I need lore.
I need lore.
Alright, well then I'll raid you and you can raid whoever after.
Okay. I love you, Lulu. Goodbye.
Love you, Rebel. Goodbye.
Where is croissant? Croissant.
Bye, 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 bye.
Croissant. Mini croissant. Croissant, Jimmy Coon. Jimmy Coon, you made me draw my croissant. Why am I like this? My god. Must acquire the crescent lore. Yes. However important it is. The crescent lore. Hello, goat. Hello, girly wolf. I hope you enjoy Lurk.
Holy!
Oh, oh my god. There was some water in that talk.
Hello?
Water. Right. Oh, hello. To turn off running speed. Jesus. Oh, it's so slow. So slow in comparison. Because the map is so big. There's so much space on this map. And I'm going so slow. It's easier in Kari Town because the map is relatively small. But here, the map is fucking huge. It's a full campus. It's a full campus. My lord. Time for the snail walk. This is me running at full speed. This is full fucking speed, chat. This is full speed. This is what full speed, maximum speed looks like. God. This is what Hannah has to deal with, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Hannah's human speed. Oh my god. My god. Slow, slow. It does. It looks like a light jog. He's slow. Hannah's the only human I can think of that would maybe have it. Because all the other humans, I think, have a reason to not have it. Like Stark and... yeah, maybe Jixie. Maybe Jixie would be stuck with human speed, too. Okay. Motherfucker. Do I have a gallery picture for Crescent? No, I don't. Oh my gosh. How could I not have a gallery picture for Crescent? How could I? I'll leave it as Flora, because people know I don't... people know. People are in the know. They know. Cool guy. Alright. I'm to attempt. Arbor is not slow. Arbor is actually very fast. Which is interesting, considering... how dare I not have a gallery picture of her? It's interesting because Arbor is very, very heavy, but also very fast. Magic. Magic. It's magic. Are there more particles than there were before? Probably not, but I'm seeing them now. I'm paying more attention. Rook. Rook was actually slower than human speed, I think. Rook was a slow type. He couldn't even jump, essentially. His jump was like this. It was like, that was his jump. Like 2 inches. Like a finger. 2-ton boy. What was that 2-ton boy? I might not have... Ah, there we go. There's the accent. I didn't have the accent until now. Now I have a little bit of it. And it will slowly mature, if that makes sense. Like a fine wine. The accent must mature until it is fully ripe. Is that what you revert to fine wine as? What, ripe? Finely pickled. Wine is basically pickled. No, it's not. It's fermented. But isn't pickling fermenting? I don't know. Are you taking bets? No. Why are you taking bets on me? Why are you taking bets on me? That's cruel. Taking bets on if I'm going to stay longer. It's... I mean, you don't have to call it out. I know it's true, but you don't have to call me out like that. That's what I'm talking about. You don't have to call me out. It's going to be a short stream. Well, maybe I'll specifically try to not do that this time because you told me. Because you said it. It's your fault. Now it's your fault if I don't stay exorbitantly long. And I don't know if that means a good thing or a bad thing, actually. I think that's probably a good thing, actually. If I didn't end up staying super late. It's a big sword. Wonder if we'll find Ulbricht. That's very true. All it takes is one. Can I talk to you for a minute? I don't think she'd. I mean, maybe. Maybe she is in divination. It would make sense if she did. But I don't know that it makes necessarily sense for her to do so. She's not an elf. And she doesn't have the same background that these people do. She's not she's not even technically a teacher. She's a librarian. I don't know. Listen, if I go into Minecraft, I might not be streaming it. I haven't actually been streaming Minecraft lately. I've been playing it, absolutely. But I haven't been streaming it. I've been playing it a lot. A lot has happened, actually. I know, that's why I'm doing it. Because she is talking to herself in her head. It makes entirely perfect sense for her to talk in her head. She's a little bit strange, if you haven't noticed. You can see, today I discovered you can see my treehouse a little bit from WW. WW, what's WW? What's WW? Oh, Oh! From Windsworth. Oh my gosh! I'm glad. I'm sorry, I don't... Not very smart. I know that you're playing, but I haven't gotten to see you yet, so I don't entirely, like, process it. So I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. Treehouse WW. What does that mean? I'm not, you know... I also don't go to Windsworth very often. Understandable. I need to get another cow. I need to either get another cow, I need to get more animals, or I need to change my fucking class. Because I've been playing as a rancher. Mochi is a rancher. You must understand. And I have had no fucking animals. I feel useless. It's terrible. Are they going to the graveyard? Oh no. Don't talk about my chickens like that. Don't talk about them like that. How could you?
Madame Crescent,
Yeah?
if I could borrow a moment of your time, I was told you might be someone I could consult about divination related topics.
This is accurate. What is it you need? Or would you like to speak in the
yes.
library?
Either is fine, really. Whatever is more comfortable, I suppose, for you.
Wherever is fine by me, I suppose. It's not hellishly bright, given that the sun is setting earlier than normal.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It's getting into the end half of the year. Once it starts to get closer to Spirit Week, the sun starts to set a little earlier.
Mm-hmm. Strange things with the spirit realm and the ethereal, all that, yeah. So the question I have, or the consultation I suppose I could really use, has to do with this visual phenomenon I've been experiencing. There are these lights that have been appearing around me for the past few months. At first, I thought perhaps it was just a visual hallucination. Was a little worried I was possibly losing my mind, but thankfully it seems that's not quite the case. They're just small little points of light, no bigger than the end of my pinky. They're all multicolored. And Professor Berrien told me that he believes it may be related to divination and, or at least the magics that are used therein for the practice of divination.
While I have not heard of specifically lights showing up, it sounds like something that could be divination, yes.
No one else seems to be able to see them, so I'm unsure if, well, they believe that it may be something that is purely internal, and I'm just seeing things that are possibly related to some sort of magic or something more akin to where I come from. We are completely unsure at this point. But they said that perhaps I could consult you.
Of course. I might have to take time to think about it more. Perhaps do a bit of research. Is there any sort of consistency to when they show up?
Yes, during the day only. When the sun sets, they slowly begin to fade and disappear, and then I don't see them again until the sun rises.
Is this every day?
Your class, Professor,
Every day.
how did it go?
Without fail.
Quite well, I would say.
I
If
see.
you don't mind walking. me?
I will do a bit of research, and if I
Yes.
find anything, I'll let you know.
Actually found a few.
Of course. Thank you, ma'am.
Found success within the
Of course.
Oh, first
I aim to try and help you all, and this does sound like something I could potentially help with.
Of course. Again, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'll leave you to your day then.
Of course. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
God.
What are you, Ryder? What are you just got you running around?
Oh, I'm setting up something for Ignis at the cafe.
Oh, are you looking for Ignis or?
No, I already know where they are. Bev told me to get them alcoholic.
1 hour later.
Your class, it is very... how to put this? Familiar, or not familiar. Could be connected with my own. Perhaps a joint lesson sometime. I would like to learn more of what you teach, more personally.
Christopher says, Finn, let's go. She can't fight, dude. She deals in only common, like more general magics, like levitation and things like that, and divination. Like she has absolutely no combat ability. It's not what she does. It's gonna happen. Yes, the librarian voice doesn't. I don't believe it affects him. Nor does the librarian shh. The sushing. I don't know about that. Maybe if she gave him a horrible prophecy. But she wouldn't give him a horrible prophecy unless she got a horrible prophecy. I'm not ready for full moon tonight. Can't be affected by it if you don't feel shame or guilt. Guilt for what? For not putting away your damn book. That's right. You heard me. Put away your books, children. Put them away. When you're done. Don't just leave them laying about. Mage hand on a gun. She doesn't know how to shoot a gun. She's never done it. She doesn't shoot guns. She's non-combat. She is essentially a civilian in level of compatibility. Well, Silver hasn't come out yet, so I'm going to see if Ulbricht is in here. That's pretty much the main. Oh my goodness! How'd you get all the way over here?
Professor, it is good to see you again.
It is nice to see you.
The last time we met, I was an officer, looking for a book within your library. Now I am a professor. I was curious. The section of your library that you keep off limits, most likely to students, and for your own eyes, are other professors permitted within the premises?
I believe in most cases, it goes through a request-based system. Namely, request of the headmistress.
And I will have to speak with them then. Thank you, Professor.
Of course. I am still learning the... Oh, never mind.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I was saying I'm still learning the new system since the previous headmaster left. Don't want to step on any toes yet. Perhaps I will have to ask Professor Varian where they are. However, where they went is a question of its own. Perhaps Madame will know. Well, she's on a mission. My gods. He's just right on his tail. He's tailing that man. What did he do to grab her ire? I mean, I would not want to be the man who grabbed her ire. What is it? Anyways, off I go. On a journey. Find my peers. Ah. Check the front of the school. Perhaps. I guess I could check the dormitory, but I don't really want to. Don't like stepping in there. It feels like an invasion of privacy. But of course, that is exactly where he is.
Hello?
Burying it. Not the one I'm looking for.
Now then, on to business. Remember the tasks I gave to that flame, yes?
Yes, and I did an inspection on her this morning.
What are our findings?
She had a couple of knots in her hair that I kinked out, but her shoes and her uniform were tidy.
Done well then?
Mm-hmm.
Good to hear. I will be addressing her whenever I can run into her next. Do you know where she is presently?
No idea. I kind of went all over the place today.
Scattered to the winds.
Well, we've all got different things going on. Maybe the arena? If not the range, because did say they want to practice up there.
Understood. Very good then. How do you believe she's doing?
Right now she's just doing kind of the same. She's fine right now. The only way to tell is if something starts triggering it.
Once someone tries to get her wound up, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Any other outbursts, anything inconsistent since what happened to the elemental?
Not other than the teachings from Professor Finn. Nope.
That's one. Well,
That one was
faulted her for
literally
that.
inducing, and I didn't do too well either.
Precisely. Anyone faulted him for that. Or faulted Misty for that. But, well, it would be daft. But, all things in time. If you have any concerns about some of the subjects I'm putting her through, let me know. I'll explain some of my reasoning, but understand if you won't be permitted to share them with Misty, as it might foil some of the effort.
Yes, sir.
Afraid this also falls to your squad leader's bias.
Yes, sir.
My apologies for placing that on you, but
It's my squad, and I want to look out for them.
That is all the curiosities I have for the moment. Leave. So, thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. I think someone's waiting for you.
I believe so.
Professor?
Nice to see you, Professor.
Yes, Missy's right there.
I was wondering if you've seen Albrecht today.
Not since immediately before the lesson. He gave some concern about possibly resurfacing the most recent exercise with Professor Finn. I assured him it was unlikely. He left seemingly partial with my response.
I see. I've been needing to speak with him for several weeks now. Very overdue.
I myself also have some thoughts I need to exchange with him. But
Good or bad? Kind of neutral.
curiosities.
Ah, kind of neutral.
Yes, indeed. Hoping for some insight, perhaps.
I see. Well, I won't
That
hold you.
said, I wish you'll... It's fine. Pondering some thoughts. If I should harass Miss Flame now, or perhaps leave it a bit late.
Harassing her? Should I be concerned? Or is this something
No,
I am
mean,
just unaware of?
the wording was in jest, but
I knew the word.
I have been tasked.
I'm very aware that you're... I'm following the joke.
Overseeing her progress. Pardon. Perhaps we're tired to carry on.
It is all right.
But
I am almost always out of the loop, given my position.
Yeah, let's go. Go, Gavin.
once she's clear and she's through the portal, wonderful, I can speak openly. From what I've been able to gather, and in your own understanding, do you know of a singular instance where Cadet Flame has been allowed to, well, continue until exhaustion after being enraged? Or has it always been quelled in some manner?
Every time I have been around, it has been quelled, yes. Or in some way,
I see.
even in some cases, handled poorly. But there's always some kind of attempt to put a stop to it. At least every time I have been present. I am unaware of any other times.
I'm quite curious what sort of effect it would give should Misty be allowed to actually expel all of the energies she's been gathering. Hopefully a state of catharsis.
Perhaps.
Any thoughts?
The only difficulty in that is finding a sufficient place for her to do so.
Precisely.
The only place I can actually think
As
of
should-
is perhaps Carver's. I would.
His mountain.
Yes, I'm. It is hard to call it a mountain at this point. I'm sure that poor thing has been beaten half to death.
Whatever remains of Carver's Hill. Perhaps it is a thought.
He's
My
poor.
concern with such
Crater, probably at this point.
completely inverted at this point.
I can only imagine what it looks like.
My concern would be if she was left in too open of a space if she were to escape us somehow.
Exactly.
I'm sure she would return in due time, but
The worry is what the forest would have to experience in that kind of case.
precisely. Less to the Academy spend its time fighting wildfire for the next few weeks rather than focusing on training. But regardless,
Where's it going?
We're gonna check out the sexy statue.
is something I have in mind. I might attempt, but it will require some amount of authorization.
I see.
Preparation on my own behalf.
Is there anything I can help with in that regard then?
Before I continue, perhaps we should step into administration at least.
This is a bit of an open environment.
Yes, and with some particular faces, want to spoil things.
Indeed. You wouldn't want the squads communicating to their fellow associates.
Ah, yes, communication. We should inspire this and encourage it. All the gossip going around. What does that blasted paladin have schemed?
My, the teachers, they're planning something, plotting, even.
Oh, they're always up to something. A curriculum of some sort, perhaps.
What painful pop quiz are they going to spring on us now? Mathematics.
Regardless.
Presumably.
Oh, arithmetic. How terrifying.
Arithmetic, yes. Perhaps a fitness test with Carver.
Oh. Well, a bit of a game. Have them all run along the track and see how long it takes for Carver to catch up with him.
Ooh.
I'm sure that particular exercise might be a little too short.
It would be very short, and I'm sure inflate Professor Carver's ego even further than it already is.
Why not give him a treat every now and then? Let him enjoy himself.
I see.
As we were. As I said before, discussing with other cadets, looking at reports, and even speaking to Cadet Flame directly, no one is aware of a single instance where she's been able to actually burn off all of this fuel.
Perhaps it might be a sufficient idea to, rather than go against this fire, fight it with him. Allow her to actually bite off as much as she can chew.
Now this, between the dangers and my deadline, I cannot quite welcome this as an intentional strategy for Galliant to pursue on the field.
No, but...
Especially if the cadet runs exhausted in front of an opponent. But we can... Rather than having her attempt to
Your lesson
bottle this
plan
up...
for today, it was meditation, yeah?
Yes.
Perhaps have you considered letting her run herself thin, wear all of this anger out, and then attempted meditation?
With a more quieted soul, perhaps. She has mentioned that other forms of meditation have been helpful, however difficult.
Perhaps it would have a better effect.
This is a thought.
She doesn't have as much emotion clouding her mind. I have heard of some people who meditate in that very way. Go for days without food while they're meditating and attempt to...
Yes, fasting.
Yes. Attempt to clear one's body and mind at the same time.
Within the team, I've seen a few practices. Not quite for me, but respectful all the same. This might just be the proper way to. It is just a matter of weathering the storm.
Indeed.
Keeping her contained. That.
Do you have some
that
idea
is not
for this?
something. I believe I have something that may just do the trick.
Enlighten me.
As long
Perhaps
as
I can help.
keep it sustained.
Although I am not a combative person, I am aware of many forms of magic.
It is a method of. Well, it falls into a few schools simultaneously. Abjuration, conjuration, and a faint bit of enchant. It is a divine practice. The name varies, but in a moment that I believe inaction would lead to a breach of my oath, I can invoke a challenge to a particular person and, well, contain them.
I see.
Until a verdict is.
That does sound perhaps a bit dangerous for your health, Professor?
Being trapped in an isolated
Environment with a
environment with
presumably very
any
angry
sort of
individual.
Monsters of the world, precisely.
Hello?
It can be, and thus it must be used wisely.
Indeed.
As for the death, theoretically, could just as it. But I would need to ensure I can sustain it for long enough.
My only worry is the ramifications mentally of that.
Yes.
It makes something of a show of it. If you're intending for this to be a mental exercise of wearing herself down, although I'm sure she would welcome a challenge, should you become fairly injured, that would be perhaps a bit damaging.
Yeah. Well,
particularly for her peers.
I, for one, am quite fond of remaining in one piece, but I don't know of many other ways to provoke her ire without it turning physical and keeping that flame burning.
Is she destructive? Is she destructive?
Distracting?
Is this anger that she has, does it turn towards individuals or everything?
To my understanding, once it's provoked, it's just red, she says.
I see.
Everything. What's the word?
Seymour?
Perhaps.
The turtle. Did it leave the docks?
Much happening at the ports today, so. I'm sure someone will fetch us if something's wrong.
Presumably. Anyhow, I have perhaps a couple ideas.
Yes, please.
The first would be perhaps enlisting the help of Ulbricht, giving her some illusions to fight. Just over and over again. Perhaps in the Colosseum, making sure that it's keeping her attention so she doesn't run away. Or
would Albrecht be able to conjure his illusions through the barrier? I suppose that's more of a question for him.
more of a question for him, yeah. I'm not entirely
More that
sure
I'll
of
add
his...
to my list of curiosities for him.
I do know he can summon quite many illusions at once, but I'm not
As
sure
I
if
have
they
seen
can reach
myself.
through that barrier, no. The other option is if she enjoys breaking things. There is a form of enchantment that I am aware of. Essentially,
For
a...
breaking objects? Or?
No, it is a fairly powerful and difficult to obtain form of magic. But with the amount of regents and dedication, you can make something that opens a demi-plane of sorts. This can entirely depend on how one wishes it. It is, in fact, what I use for my office.
Oh.
There is a book inside of the library that I use in lieu of having an office. I've used it since I got here. Technically, very well before this, I used it as a place to more focus on my divination. Seeing as I can decide what I wish for it to look like, it can be very helpful if the stars are not in sight. But the regents for it are difficult to
So
obtain.
this is a space within an object, then?
Yes. However, if the object is broken, that space is broken as well. There's no way to return to it. Equally,
And the contents?
Anything inside will be lost, including people. Which is why you can see I am very particular about books not being in.
Well,
This
the
would
library is
likely
certainly an excellent place to keep such things.
Indeed. This would likely, if we managed to procure the things required, be something we would not readily give her. You would need to probably keep it around yourself in case.
Regulators.
Exactly. We wouldn't want any other students to happen across her inside of it and accidentally knock it over into a fireplace or something. I don't know. Depends on what object you use.
Yes, I was about to ask, does the object itself, are there limitations to what it can be? Does it have to be a container of some sort?
Most of the time it is much easier to do it on containers, something that can open. People can technically do it in other ways. However, it is a much simpler process. For if it is
actually entering.
Exactly. What I use is obviously a book. It gives me a more tangible way of understanding how I wish to how I wish for it to look. I can describe it, put it out on a page.
You just write out what you want
While
to be shaped
focusing
as.
mana, yeah.
Could this... I suppose that if we're making simply disposable space, the particular details don't need to be overly precise. An object here, some wall there, nondescript, for lack of a better term for them.
Things to easily destroy.
Do they have to be simply objects within? Could you write a person existence space with the illusion of a person?
It is a bit more complicated, but in theory, yes.
Likely have to detail every have to write each life.
Details are important. With people, these places are relatively limited. It can't make a perfect person. It can't make an imitation of what you want. It can give you an image, and it can have a set idea of what it's going to do, how it might react to certain things. But it's not sentient.
I have a thought, actually. Allow me to try to visualize this. A book sounds very easy. However, with Cadet Flame, albeit her name's sake, rather flammable. Such an item would be destroyed simply from her being present. What if we acquired a box of sorts, out of stone or metal if needed? Within has a small door. Could we have a stack of tablets, perhaps? Slabs with the inscription upon those? We need a different room within the space. Simply exchange the appropriate tablet.
Perhaps, yes. As long as it is connected. Simply being inside the box may not work, but having something that could... a place to put it. Perhaps having an inset.
So each, regardless of being... It's not as easy to simply remove one of the segments and put it back later. They would still have to have the same enchantment haunts.
They would all have to have some amount of enchantment on them, and when exchanging them, you would likely have to use a sufficient amount of mana.
To reconnect and back.
Yes. It could work.
This is a thought.
Could certainly work.
For the present, perhaps keeping it simpler, just enough detail to keep her frustrated self interested.
Perhaps.
We need to ensure that this form of treatment is actually effective.
Indeed.
Else the resources will be wasted.
Perhaps speak with her. See if it is a type of treatment she would be interested in. And if Albrecht is capable of it, we could do a test run with his illusions. And if it seems
So long as we
sufficient,
can...
that could be a very good case to bring to the higher-ups as a thorough investment. Because we will have to prove
If I can
that
actually
that'll
catch
actually
Albrecht,
do something.
I'll run this idea past him.
Yes, that is the hard part.
Precisely. If not, well... Cadet Rex does have a heat ward for things.
She's very powerful, just not in fighting.
My mind wanders.
She's as
Regardless,
powerful as
this
any other
is
as any other teacher,
excellent
just not in fighting.
progress, actually.
Of course.
If on the day that I present this to either the deputy or the headmistress, would you be willing to sit down with me in detail as I write the report on how this enchantment precisely works?
Of course. I know it very well, considering. The one that I have is one that I casted myself. I am painfully lacking in combat, but my knowledge is elsewhere.
Fighting is not everything in the world.
No. I am much more, general magics, I would suppose.
Ah.
And
I
divination.
believe
if
the
that
last
wasn't
we were able to exchange. Cadet Liang. He seems to be fine since and Fari.
Really?
But to
I
my
haven't heard
understanding, nothing's been done.
I
haven't
haven't
heard any other
heard-
reports.
I haven't had a chance to speak with him. I made an agreement with him that I would allow him one question for me to divine, if he liked it. He's still been pondering on it, I believe. Are you also
A
invested in
rare
him?
opportunity. It's one of several that my attention is drawn to.
See.
But all for different reasons, all for different concerns and problems. At first, I thought that I would never... Well, at first, I thought my days would remain rather empty. But with the last few, several things have been thrown at my feet. Scared, I mean.
When I started here, I had full intention to make no relationships with any of the students, and now I am quite thoroughly invested in a few of them.
Bias will come in time, regardless, especially when dealing with.
Is more... suppose I have a soft spot for young ones. Maybe it's my age that causes that.
Since Liang already has this agreement with you, this question. This investigation I don't have on him. May I leave it in your charge for the moment, as I focus on other endeavors?
Of course. If you can give me a report on so far what you have found and what you are interested in learning.
I will have something written for you, including the report from the guardsman. But before I forget, there is a particular... There we are.
Ah, yes.
I
Did you enjoy it?
this particular thoroughly. I'll be quite honest, I may have reviewed a few of the particular chapters. Thus, it's a long departure from you, but
It is no
I've done my
mind.
best to respect it all the same.
Thank you very much. Should you wish for another, I can always give you more recommendations.
I'll gladly take the invitation. However, it appears that Cadet Vivina is attempting to throw upon me her personal works.
Oh, I see. Personal work. Something of a writer.
Indeed, I found myself rather curious. He seems rather proud of drafts. As I roam about the grounds, I'm thinking of inquiring to see if I can get one or two of the smaller ones.
Of course.
And if it's any good, I'll refer to.
Ah, thank you very much. Vivina is a curious one, Mrs. Harris. I haven't spoken to her too
Quite.
much.
She had some misunderstanding of Finn's position here, but I hope that I was able to clarify some of her concern.
Well, truth be told, I feel the same. Finn is a bit
As do
concerning.
many.
Our introduction was, it left some things to be desired.
I was beside myself watching him do that, each one after the next.
I am not sure if I am feeling guilty for not being present or very...
Minerva,
Hello, madame.
Am I interrupting?
I believe we're just wrapping up, actually. Discussing
It's
some
good to
finer
see you.
details between some of the students we've been looking to.
I know, I'm a rare case.
No, not that you wouldn't be welcome, but I was able to procure some very nice wine for a lady. No, get back here for a ladies' night sometime.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What is the
A
itinerary?
nighttime ladies' night. Whatever, off the record, whatever the fuck we want, 'cause it's been a long day.
Understandable, actually.
Why do you even have to say it's off the record? I'm not back of anything in here.
In case someone walks in.
Well, if a student comes in behind you, I'll be sure to address them immediately.
Mm-hmm. But someone can hear before they even touch the door. So.
Well,
This is true. Some
let
of
their
them have very
imaginations soar
good
with the
ears.
fragments they catch.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what they might think of Carver. Ooh. The things I've heard walking past that man are very interesting.
Carver?
Yes.
I always remain respectful to what they contribute to the academy.
Carver is
I professionally respect all of them.
He's very helpful.
Yes,
I
he's very
respect him very
helpful.
highly.
But depending on the day, sometimes I want to drop kick a motherfucker over the mountain. I respect him. I appreciate what he brings to the table. Some days, he can be very insensitive and completely miss the mark. You want to know how I feel about someone? Give it a day. Well, someone as sporadic as he is.
Yes.
You guys are fairly consistent in my books.
I am harsh on him predominantly because I can.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. I'm harsh on him because he's a disappointment.
Oh. That is the worst thing.
I was going to tell him something, but I knew that I would probably start a war if I told him how I really felt.
I see. Well, you are a woman who I would be very scared if I was in your ire.
Well, you're a woman who would have no reason to give me ire. And if you did, it would probably be a damn good reason that I could empathize with and understand.
I don't know. Sometimes I have very upset days. Sometimes, you know, What I see in the clouds just really upsets me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I could... If I say this, it may reveal a more cruel side to how I evaluate
Should I
him.
step out?
No. It's nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with Professor Carver.
See.
I
think I've opened a box here.
I will tell you a burn that I have thought of the first time he almost killed me. After hearing all of his story. That's another story. I almost told him something that was. I almost told him that I wished I could get pregnant because I would go to Eos, seduce his father, and bear him a child he could actually be proud of, because right now his heirs are a traitor, a whore, and a disappointment. The traitor, his brother, a whore, his sister, and him, a disappointment.
Wow, you just burned his entire family. Are you going to burn
When
his
I'm
cow?
upset, nobody is safe. Trust me, nobody's... No. Well, no. The first time he got flirty with a student made me very much not like him. And the
That is
second time he
information
got
that
flirty
I-
with another student.
Oh my
Mhm.
god. Alright, that changes many
Professionally-
perspectives.
Professionally, all of them deny it, so...
See.
Before we delve too deeply, perhaps we should arrive at dinner.
Indeed.
This is likely my
Possibly.
one chance to catch Albrecht today, so...
Likely our only
Good
chance in the blazes of
Should
hell
I
to
take a
find him.
number? Should I let you get a grip of him first?
No, feel free. I need to put this away anyway.
It is dangerous
Well,
when I
we get
speak
dinner.
freely.
It is. It's dangerous when we all do.
Anything's dangerous.
Oh no. I guess I'll just keep it with me.
Yeah.
I'll have to
My
walk all
apologies,
the way
I've
back.
given you such a
Professionally,
burden.
I respect
Oh
everyone
no,
and
it's
get
such a
along.
burden. Holding a
Personally,
book as a
it's different.
librarian. My wrists, so tired. They're so weak from the decrepit nature of my person.
Forgive me if this terrible crowd-
Mortals.
I cannot help that I, as a mere human with albinism,
right?
have problems. I can't even go out in the sun. Well, not for too long, anyways. I don't like it
Sunburn easily.
very much. And sensitive eyes as well.
What should I have for dinner today? Any recommendations?
That's a hard one. The majority of the things I typically eat aren't normally provided.
Jamie, can I sit with you?
That's why I tend to go off and make it by myself.
Pardon? I was distracted, pardon me.
Alright. Talking to myself is very normal at this point.
Right? It's a vibe.
I've tried talking to myself. I make terrible conversation.
I like to think the majority of the time I'm a wonderful conversationalist. But most of the things that I speak
Oh, yeah?
to, no one else can see.
Well, I will give an excellent review from my experience, at least.
Ah, thank you. Looks like Spirit Week is in full. Has it been a while? How are you doing?
Are you eating nachos again?
I'm holding my best as I can so far.
Okay, he's gonna fucking
Well, let
steal
me know if you ever need. Hello.
Probably after drinking, if this little ones don't cause too much of an issue.
Understood. I'm going to deliver the bad news really quick.
And here's a bag of chips.
I can have some?
With
I hope you're having a good day. Very good. Alright, I need to speak with Mr. Barrion.
Hi, Victor.
Where did he go?
Good, huh?
He was right there. Now he's gone.
So happy.
Sorry, I couldn't see you for a little bit. I had to blink.
It seems she ran out of here in a hurry. Now, normally I don't involve myself in these type of situations. It seems, though, that her...
Would you like me to join the search, sir?
Which direction did she go?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying, sir. Soldier!
Understood.
Yes? Over here.
Sir, which direction did she go?
Alright.
If you wish to accompany me,
I
cadets,
will
we can
give
begin
some
our search.
Information in just a moment. Soldier, you'll be accompanying Professor Barrion and... Cadet!
Oh, my word. Cadet!
What was that about? They want to be involved, yet they don't wait for orders. Please
We
fix
catch
that
them, we'll help
situation
them
as well.
organized.
Looks spooky.
Quite.
If we're to be organized and swift, we need to be decisive and quick in our debrief. I will let you know that they ran out of here in a hurry. I'm not sure what is the problem, but she seemed to be very agitated. The students seem to have said something in the nature that kind of raised the back of the neck, the hair, if you will. Kind of concerned.
I see.
So, we're just checking on them. I don't know what's going on. But people have been
Then-
outbursts of lately, so please, just check.
Of course. I believe a brief search of her dorm, just to make sure if she's within, perhaps just hiding away.
Could be.
You can
It
check
could be
there
something
first,
else.
If you
and
need
then,
me, I'll be in my office.
of course,
Boyle.
we can expand our search from there.
What?
One moment. Soldier, you'll take Barion's orders from here.
It's me, soldier.
All right.
Well, here's fine.
We'll start
I
with the
just wanted
dorms.
to ask if there was ever a chance I can
Good luck, Professor.
try again with your lesson.
And to you.
Of course. Anytime.
Is your name, Guardsman?
Personal tutoring is
Phoenix.
what I do.
Phoenix, a pleasure. Professor Barrion.
Would you like to try?
A shame that we did not meet over more suitable terms, but what to be done?
It's been like following her and taunting her.
Yes.
And it sucks because Spirit Weeks is kind of like her thing, and it's kind of being ruined, I guess.
I think from context clues, they might be looking for Shizu? I don't know. Unless that was Shizu back there. I saw something that looked like Shizu, and they said something about, and I just heard someone say, I just heard Ellie say, something was bothering someone, following them around, and Spirit Week is kind of their thing. So I would assume speaking about that means they're probably talking about specifically Shizu. Maybe that thing is Shizu. Maybe that's something that looks like Shizu that's following Shizu. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. Esme? Maybe Esme. Maybe it's Esme. Like, I can only assume 2 people if they're really into that. I don't know if I saw Esme. No, I saw Norali in there. It's not Norali. They're not looking for Norali. I saw Norali in there. I don't know. I'm not involved. This is the end for me. End for me, Chief. I stayed on for like an extra hour? Extra hour? 3 hours. Yeah, it was 2 hours before. I stayed on for an extra hour. It's not bad. I only went 40 minutes longer. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. No. I said I would try and stay on for like half an hour. So I stayed for a whole hour, which is not bad. It's not horrible. 3 hours. That's a pretty short stream compared. to what we normally do. It's pretty short. It's pretty short. Yeah. Yeah, let me go home. Oh! Sudden leg. Oh! 3 hours is short for me. If I had it's so fucking laggy. If I had a model done that I'm working on, if I had a model done that I'm working on, I would go to PL, but I don't have it done. And by the time that I have it done, PL is gonna be done. I think PL is still going. Yeah, it's still going because it's only 12. But they'll only go until like 3, and I don't think I'll have it done by then. Unfortunately. So, that'll be next week. Cry. Many hours. It is short. Have you ever seen somebody only stream for 20 minutes? I haven't. Maybe some people do. Maybe some people only stream for 20 minutes. Seems like a short amount of time to stream, though. I love this model. So good. Mary's so cool. Mary's so cool. I love my friend Mary. Mary or Yuri? Ooh. Mary, Yuri are silent. Oh. Ooh. Do you want to watch Ascension Academy or something else? One or two. One or two, chat. Do you want to watch Ascension Academy or something else? Because Mary's probably streaming PL. So Ascension Academy or PL? I assume PL. You want to watch my Ascension Academy? Ascension Academy? That's 3 votes Ascension Academy. 4 votes Ascension Academy. Emo Healer. Ooh. Do you want to see more teacher perspective? Let's get Emo. We were just following him. Let's see. Then y'all can learn what was happening. That feels like a great suggestion. Let's get Emo. Because I like his character a lot. His character is really cool. All right. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. I hope you had a good time. I will see you guys tomorrow for Onsen. I'm going to try and get this model done. Try and relax. I hope you guys have a good day. Goodbye, Gavos.